Good evening. With the latest from the Dove Newsroom, I'm Demi DeSoto. Thank you for joining us tonight. Water overflowing from creeks created a flooding emergency in downtown Shady Cove. Water was spilling onto schoolyards, across streets, and eventually flooding the organic shop in downtown Shady Cove yesterday. Crews from Fire District 4 spent most of the day with pumps, hoses, and trucks removing the excess water from the store and from the intersection by the elementary school. Fire Chief Rod Edwards details the work of his crews to get things back to normal today.
We had a drainage ditch that overflowed, and the water came back through the football field behind the school, worked its way down to the front of the school, across the road, and flooded out a low spot where a store sat, unfortunately.
Work continued into the night to get things back to normal for the school this morning. Owners of the organic shop now have to regroup and get things back to business. Well, the weather is forecast as improving, but days of extreme rain and snow have resulted in flood watches and rising water levels throughout southern Oregon. Property owners along the Elk Creek area have watched the water levels raise to bridges and get closer and closer to the 100-year floodplain markers on their property before the rain slowed. At the John Fleming Veterans Memorial Park in Rogue River, the water level is reducing areas for visitors to enjoy. Levels are up at several feet in many locations along the stretch of the Rogue. Heavy debris is also coming downriver at rapid rates. Officials caution anybody heading out on the river to be on the lookout for things that could hit you. Fortunately, water is beginning to recede, and it did not hit the high mark set in 1964 at this spot. Well, Redemption Ridge's Grace House is a long-term state licensed residential care facility for young female survivors of sex trafficking, and it'll be the first of its kind in Oregon and the first licensed facility in southern Oregon. Grace House is nearing 80% completion, and once it is complete, it can protect up to 18 minor females needing rescue. Redemption Ridge board member Terry Rasmussen expresses how Grace House is completing and how the public can help now this local faith-based sanctuary shelter organization.
We're really to the point where we're putting finish touches on. So the flooring is going in right now. Doors will be going in, if not tomorrow, then the first of next week. Interior doors. So, you know, a lot of good things are, the fun stuff where it already starts looking pretty inside is starting to happen.
According to the U.S. Department of State, more than 300,000 youth are at risk for trafficking into underground industries in the United States annually. All right, let's take a look at the regional weather forecast. And as we do, we'll start off in Northern California. See that the forecast is going to be cold. It's going to be 17 degrees overnight tonight and tomorrow night, 37 in sunshine on Saturday, and 41 with a few clouds on Sunday. As we go to the Klamath Basin, very chilly tonight there as well. 10 degrees, only 13 tomorrow night. Daytime high on Saturday, only 29 degrees, only 33 on Sunday. For the Central Oregon area, negative figures showing up for the first time this year. -1 degree expected on tonight's forecast. 12 degrees tomorrow night. Sunshine though during the day, but only 25 is a daytime high. 31 on Sunday. As we look at the Oregon coast, below freezing the next couple of nights. Temperatures during the daytime, mid-40s to up to 50 degrees at best. As we look up in the Portland metro area, cold temperatures below freezing for the next several nights. Another chance of some snow on Saturday. Temperatures only getting up to about 33 degrees and 37 on Sunday. As we look at the Southern Oregon forecast, temperatures in the 20s during the nighttime hours and only up into the 30s for most of the day and maybe up to 45 on Sunday, but sunshine will clear up some of the dry stuff we need to get fixed. And that's a look at the latest news from the Dove Newsroom. Be sure to join us every weekday morning for Mornings on the Dove right here on the Dove TV and all of your mobile devices.